Welcome to the retirement ceremony for Hull Technician Chief Petty Officer Jameel Muhammad, culminating 22 years of service in the United States Navy. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, please rise for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem and the invocation. Boasting, host the side boys.
Side boys. Vote. Right, or left.
Chief Petty Officer, United States Navy, arriving. Command Master Chief, Navy Talent Acquisition Group, arriving. Repair Officer, Naval Nuclear Power Training Unit, arriving. Our national anthem will be sung by Marvin Kiambo. Color Guard, parade the colors.
Forward. Mark. Side boys. Right, or left. Other guard. All. Left. Face. Breathe in. Colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Color Guard, retire the colors.
Area. Color. Ready. Cut. Right. Face. Forward. Mark.
Chaplain Redmond will now deliver the invocation. Military members, please uncover. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Boasting, retire the side boys.
Side boys. Vote.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Command Master Chief of Navy Talent Acquisition Group, Master Chief Dedrick Walker.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I could feel it for the chaplain there, right? I'm just kidding. You don't want that smoke. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, military guests. Commander, welcome, and thank you for joining me on stage and saying farewell to a shipmate. To our families, our friends that are here to witness Jameel Muhammad's retirement, welcome. Glad that you guys can be here. So when Mo asked me, as I call him affectionately, Mo asked me to do his retirement. He says, hey, I want you to do my retirement, and I want you to speak for about 45 minutes to an hour. And what he was telling me was he wants his family and friends to know how amazing he was at his job. And you know, I said, okay, I hear you. I'll meet you in the middle. I'll give you 10, 15 minutes. So I won't be in front of you long. I'm kind of like Jameel, to where I did put something together. Actually, I'm sorry, he didn't put anything together. I did put something together. Typically, I would kind of go off the cuff, but it's good to see everybody's here. They told us going to be on Facebook Live, so I got to make sure I have myself something together. So I'm Command Master Chief Dedrick Walker, go by D. I met Jameel when I was on board. We were serving on board the USS Carney DDG 64 at Mayport, Florida. And when I met him, he was a second-class pilot, HT2. And for the life of you couldn't make first. People that know you know that. But, can't get it right. Can't get it right, right? Well, I've been here years, and we had an amazing time. I told you that I would not share those DC stories from the Carney, just kind of for the sake of time. We had an amazing time. We did great there to take care of the sailors there. I know BB's in the we had an amazing time, huh? Yeah, get back and everything. So, for those that know Mo and that serve with Mo, you can blame me for his leadership style. Some of the sayings that he can have, you welcome. I can't take credit for his rough Chicago attitude and personality. I think he's got that knowledge from being in Chicago. But I will say that some of the things that we've learned and shared, you're welcome to blame me for his personality, for leadership. For my remarks, I'll just to sum up what I think of Mo in 3 categories. I'll talk about, in this order, from my vantage point, his importance of family and friends, a little bit about his naval career leadership, and then life after the Navy. So I'll start with his family and friends. So what I know of Mo, back in 2008, 2009, 2011, 2010, when we were serving the ship, the most important thing from my vantage point was his family. We've had talks and conversations and things about Scrolls, and just making sure that, although we did the job in the Navy, the family was the thing that came first. His family as his biological family, as well as his Navy family. Matter of fact, I was talking to the other day, saying my sister's coming. Like, your sister, man, who? My Navy was still my sister, which is, where's she at?
That's my biological.
Okay, your Navy sister is? Yeah, we were talking about you earlier today, so. But that just gave me resident in my remarks to say that family is important to Mo, and whether it's his biological family or his Navy family or his friends, he's always willing to do things for his family, and you all can probably contest that as well. And the sacrifice over the years for his girls is always important. Hey. There's always important things on the forefront of Muhammad. And then, of course, we stream it Facebook Live. I can probably imagine that there's a lot of shipmates from the USS Carney and Germantown. And we're going back and forth. Your first man is probably kind of listening to witness this time where you're part of the Navy. So I'm so proud of you in that regard. So 22 years is a long time to do anything. 20 years spent in the Navy, I'm sure you've had a lot of cool sea stories and things that just make you just like, wow, I'm finding it interesting. Some of you all, when Jameel joined the Navy, were not even born. Of course, I wasn't in the Navy. And now we're here, as you're finishing up your career, you should be proud of the time you served your country and nation. Over the years, you served in many parts of the world, Japan, in Bahrain, and in your first ship, she was in San Diego. So which is, if you know, we can add it, you consider another part of the world as well. So one of the consistencies that everybody will probably agree about you is that you have a servant heart. A servant heart for your family, a servant heart for those that you serve with. That you would do anything for those that you call your friend. And I don't think anybody would disagree with that. So that's what I say 22 years of service in your leadership. Life after what are you going to do? Yeah, that's an option for you. But as you get a chance to embark on what you are going to do life after the Navy, because we all that are serving in the military will come to this impact on our life. You know, our Navy ID, for those that are serving active duty, have a shelter. Mine is coming soon. I was talking to the commander, his is coming soon as well, and a few others that I talked to. Take an opportunity as you transition out to just really, you know, think about or do something for yourself. People that know you're always doing things for others. But you need to take an opportunity to make sure you do something for yourself. Which is important as you reset and open up a new chapter in your life. That chapter is life after the military. Good luck to yourself. So I'm going to leave you with 3 points. I told you I was going to be brief. I'm sorry I couldn't get the hour. This is probably a lot being said in an hour. I traveled from Philadelphia to D.C. My family's in D.C. To witness this. When you asked me to do this, absolutely. I could have been anywhere in the world, just knowing the kind of person you are and the time you serve, the things you've done for me. For those that are not in the military, typically when you're a senior, and I've always been senior to Mo, and in the military, typically it's the senior person that's guiding and mentoring the juniors that are leaving life-long impressions on people that impact them forever. But I will tell you, our time spent on Carney, and just knowing you from the time I've known you since 2008, it has been an obstacle. I gleaned so much from you. Is the way you kind of just, I would probably say your integrity, your quality of work, and just kind of just making sure that you create a family environment to any place you've been. So I think that's something you can definitely take a big inhale and exhale and know that the Navy, those sailors that you mentored, your family is at a better place. Our country is a better place because you serve. So you should be proud of that. Let's see, I got a kind of script here. So as you close this chapter in life, I know there is so much more in store for you and for your family. As I said, is a better leader, is a better person. So good luck to you in the future. I still owe you a charge, your charge book. Like every year without fail, for those that are chiefs know, Chiefs, he sends me a text and hey, where's my charge? I still got it, man. I'm gonna have to probably mail it to you, or maybe just give it to you when we get a chance to talk. But traditionally, though, I'm gonna give you something a little bit better than a charge. That's my claim. So. Good luck to you, or should I say good luck to your family, because now they're going to deal with you 24/7. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our second guest speaker, dear brother to Jameel, Omar Muhammad.
Good afternoon. My name is Omar Muhammad. I am a second oldest brother of Chief Muhammad. Due to unforeseen events, our oldest brother couldn't be here, but I'm sure he's watching, sharing, and echoing the same sentiments as I will attempt to share to you at this moment. Before we knew him as Chief Muhammad, he was known as Jameel or Feast, our highly unique little brother. He was oddly unique for multiple reasons, like his legs was bold, his knees was knocked, and when he walked pigeon-toed. His feet grew at an alarming rate. I mean, like, alarming rate. Like, I think he was probably like a size 10 by the time he was in the 4th grade or something like that. But thank God his body caught up with his feet. His oddly uniqueness had him thinking he was the fastest, the strongest, the most intelligent, as I'm sure that many of you who know him both personally and professionally can attest to. Getting back to his oddly uniqueness though, he did everything the total opposite of what me and our oldest brother did. We would hang out, or want to hang out, chase women and things of that nature. Well, he would want to build speaker boxes, 2-story clubhouses, basketball rims out of bicycle rims, and milk crates and things of that nature. And oddly enough, he would just go through the house just organizing everything. It didn't matter what it was, just organizing, like a bad case of OCD. Another example is me and my oldest brother, we joined the United States Army. Well, he joined the United States Navy. Go Army. Sorry, I just thought I'd throw that out there. I remember when I would come home from training missions and deployments, and I couldn't wait to tell him about different firefights, planes, helicopters that I jumped out of, or different countries that I jumped with as a paratrooper. He would look me in my eye, and I would think to myself, like, man, like, look at how my stories are interesting and captivating him. And he would, after I completed my story, he would say, that's stupid. And you're stupid for doing that. Imagine how I felt when he decided to tell me that he was going to join the United States Navy. I said, yes, all this stuff you've been throwing in my face for the last couple of years, I can throw it in yours. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I was salivating at the chance to use some of the same remarks that he used on me. But I couldn't. I couldn't because the more he talked, the more interested I became to want to hear more. I even asked myself, why didn't I join the Navy? Okay, that's a reach. Go Army. But I saw the passion in which he possessed for the Navy, and then I realized he wasn't oddly unique. He was preparing himself to become his own man. One vital lesson we learned being members of the United States Armed Forces is that this job does not come without sacrifices. Some of our brothers and our sisters paid the ultimate sacrifice by giving their lives to defend this country of ours. Thankfully, that wasn't our fate or the fate of my brother Chief Muhammad, but he made sacrifices himself as well. While he was becoming the very best example of the United States Navy, his children didn't understand why their father was gone or missed certain events. I'm sure for those of you who are parents, you understand the sacrifices in which we make to ensure that we put our children in a better position to succeed and give them a better life in which we had. Chief Muhammad weathered the storm. The funny thing is, I knew that I was gonna get emotional, but all I could think about is the memes that he was gonna be sending me, like, look at you crying, man up. Get back to what I was saying. Chief Muhammad weathered the storm, became a perfect example of what Navy core values look like if it was a human being, a great man and a great father.
It's all right.
Chief Muhammad, your unwavering, countless, and tired efforts spent into molding your children, as well as turning young men and women into model citizens, and the future of our country is nothing less than remarkable. One thing our mother taught us growing up was to make your mark in life and become the very best representation of that. And then take that and educate the youth so they have the ability of passing it on to others. And I believe Chief Muhammad has done so. Congratulations on your accomplishments and the job well done. And Mom, I know you're looking down and you finally figured out that back in 1983 that it was Jameel who broke that window. I just ask that you, that he has all his free time on his hands, just trip him or do something to let him know that he realized that he was wrong. Thank you guys for your time.
Commander Corley will now present the Muhammad family with appreciation certificates. Ushers, please escort Jamira, Jakira, Kamani, and Lanier to the stage. Certificate of Appreciation from the United States Navy to all who shall see these presents. Greetings.
Greetings.
Lanier, Kamani, Jakira, Jamira, by the authority vested in me, it is my pleasure to express to you the grateful appreciation of the United States Navy for your unselfish, patriotic, and devoted service during your father's military career. Your unfailing support and understanding helped immeasurably to make possible his lasting contribution to this nation. These months, indeed years, spent away from you constitute a clear and noble demonstration of his love for you and his family. His dedicated service helped to ensure you inherit a safer world and assured peace. He made our Navy stronger and kept our nation safe. With his service to the Navy now complete, he will be able to spend more time with you in the future. The United States Navy and I thank and wish you and your family all the best in your future endeavors. Given this 30th day, not 30th, given this second day of April 2022, signed Captain G.R. Kep, MPT Charleston. Commander Corley will now present Chief Muhammad with his retirement award. Commander Corley, Chief Muhammad, please step forward. Military members, attention to award. Certificate of Appreciation for Service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America, Chief Pole Technician S.W. Jameel H. Muhammad. I extend my personal gratitude and a sincere appreciation of a grateful nation to you for your patriotic service to our country. Your bravery and dedication in our armed forces helped protect your fellow Americans during a critical moment in our history and contributed to a world of greater security and growing prosperity. Your devotion to duty, honor, and country, in keeping with the lifelong traditions of the finest military in the world, embody the American ideal of selfless service. Our nation owes you an incredible debt. Your commitment and the example you set will inspire future generations to serve with pride and to keep our country secure. You represent the best of our nation, and I join our fellow Americans in saluting your honorable service. I wish you happiness and success in your next chapter. Signed, Commander-in-Chief. Chief Muhammad will now be presented with retirement gifts on behalf of the NPTU Chief Petty Officer Association.
One more.
Please be seated. Chief Muhammad will now be presented with the flag of the United States of America. Flag detail, post. Each Navy Day begins with a ceremony of hoisting colors at 0800 and ends with lowering the colors at dusk. Chief Muhammad has lived under its fold for his entire 22-year naval career. Each salute of the colors will remind him of freedom that he helped to defend. Chief Rapunir will now read Old Glory.
I am the flag of the United States of America. My name is Old Glory. I fly atop the world's tallest buildings. I stand watch in America's halls of justice. I stand guard majestically over great institutions of learning. I stand guard with the greatest military power in the world. Look up and see me. I stand for peace, honor, truth, and justice. I stand for freedom. I am confident, I am arrogant, I am proud. When I am flown with my fellow banners, my head is a little higher, my colors a little truer. I bow to no one. I am recognized all over the world. I am worshipped, I am loved, and I am feared. I have fought in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. Gettysburg, Shiloh, Appomattox, San Juan, the trenches of France, the Argonne Forest, Anzio, Rome, the beaches of Normandy, Guam, Okinawa, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, in the Persian Gulf, and a score of other places long forgotten by all of those who were there with me. I was there. I led my soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines. I followed them and watched over them. They loved me. I was on a small hill in Iwo Jima. I was dirty, battle-worn, and tired. But my Marines and sailors cheered me, and I was proud. I have been soiled, burned, torn apart, and trampled in the streets of countries that I have held free. It does not hurt, for I have been soiled, burned, and torn, and trampled on in the streets of my own country. And when it is by those who have served in battle with me, it hurts. But I shall overcome, for I am strong. I have slipped the bonds of earth, and from my vantage point on the moon, I stand watch over uncharted new frontiers of space. I have been silent witness to all of America's finest hours. Now my finest hour comes when I am torn into strips and use as bandages for my wounded comrades in the field of battle. When I fly half-mast to honor the soldiers, my airmen, my sailors, my Marines, and when I lie trembling in the arms of a grieving mother at the graveside of a fallen son or daughter, I am proud. My name is Old Glory. Long may I wave. Dear God, long may I wave.
Flag detail, post. Shipmates, ladies and gentlemen, the man of the hour, Chief Muhammad.
First of all, thanks to everybody for coming. People that traveled, across states, old shipmates, family, friends. Thanks for the support all these years. Thanks for putting up with, some of my radical behaviors and things like that. Putting up with me as a person, but it's gonna be great. Okay. I'll start off with saying, look, ain't gonna be nothing formal about what we talk about right here. Okay. Yeah. So I joined the Navy, almost 22 years ago. Okay, being from Chicago, Illinois, let's just say the environment I grew up in, nobody respected, this form of life. A lot of us never even leave the neighborhood, never even been out of the city of Chicago. But of course, traveling the world and seeing a lot of the stuff that I see, I'm proud of the decision I made. And I'm proud of the brothers and sisters that I stand next to and serve every year. All right? We make these sacrifices on this side of the world so our families can sleep safely at home. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people won't see a lot of the tragedies that goes on in other countries, but we see that first and foremost, okay? Firsthand. Okay? So, well, my first year, Chief, well, if I took you through a season, raise your hand. Hey, so look at this. If you ever heard me say things like, one man don't stop the show, y'all remember them days? Don't be a weak-ass chief. When I say things like that, it's because if you're scared, right, your sailors suffer for it. When you get here, you need to stand up and say, you're the voice for people who don't think they have a voice. All right? Stand strong, stand proud, represent us, okay? Represent the Navy, represent the United States, because that's what we're here for. We're ambassadors to this great country. Wouldn't have said that, 25 years ago, I wouldn't have said that, but I learned a whole lot of things since I've been here, and it all takes that first step to do the right thing, okay? I've never been a perfect sailor, went through problems, marital problems, things like that. Had a man that stood by me and took care of me the whole time. Never questioned my judgment on things. I called him as soon as, different things happened. And he sat me down and he talked to me like a professional. I'm gonna tell you, he even sat in the courtroom with me once or twice. That's true chief, okay? You support yourselves whether they're right or wrong, good or bad, but more than more importantly, you support them. They will find their way just because of the leadership you provide. All right? Prendez, man. Look at you back there. I told you was a story just like me, man. I'm pretty sure Chief Stodler and Chief, well, all the chiefs in the department was absolutely proud when your name got called back there. It's like a major accomplishment. If you heard when my name got called when I made first class, the whole ship went up in the roof. Because it was like, fine, somebody made something right, you know? Keep doing the job you do because you're going to be a great leader, my man, okay? But take care of your people. As y'all know, I do treat everybody like family. Why? Because when we on that side of the world, we only got it. If you can't trust the person next to you, if you can't rely on the person next to you, then you're in the wrong place. Okay? Let's do some embarrassing. Okay? Let's do this. Hey, so back in 2013, I worked for, if you watching, Massachusetts, okay? Really intelligent dude, okay? Had like 3 master's degrees, man, business management and all this other stuff. First, I didn't understand him, didn't think he liked me, but of course that wasn't the case. Sometimes when people don't interact with you as much, it could be that they have to focus more on the people that need their guidance a little bit more. He asked me to be a part of his retirement ceremony, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. It was an honor. During his ceremony, he presented his old retired chief. Got medically separated, never got to retire like, he was supposed to. So he retired him at his ceremony. So let's do some stuff like that. Victoria, come on up. There you go. So because of COVID, my sister here didn't get to, go through this part of, being a chief, okay? Being a Navy sailor after 20-something years, you know what I'm saying?
That's why you asked me for all my stations are.
Absolutely. So we make other people's days and we take care of each other, right? Hey, Bosa, go ahead and post a sign for us. Love it.
Sideways. Both.
I get it. So I know, of course I put one of my ribbon racks in there, because of your lack of seat time. We get through it together. So you can turn around and request permission to go ashore for the last time, the way, we do things from my officer over here. Ooh, yeah.
Military guests, please rise.
Now, you gotta wait for the bells and all that stuff. Chief Personnel Specialist, United States Navy, Victoria Lewis, departing. Hey, so Vicky, the other way we do this too is we bring the family ashore for the last time, so let's do that. Hey, my man, that's how we do things, man. We get involved.
Hey, no, you don't have to. You just come in. You just come in.
Navy family, retired, departed.
Navy Chief!
Let it rock! Navy Chief! Let it rock! Navy Chief! Let it rock!
Both of them, post aside, boys.
Five. Oh.
See that? It's all good sometimes to make other people day, right? That's why we do this. Okay? Selfless acts, just looking out for other people is what makes us all great. Okay? Doing that kind gesture for somebody else, means the world to a lot of people. Okay? You good? All good? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so I've had a lot of leaders that got me to where I am today. Okay? Dexter Walker put me in a lot of leadership positions as a second class. Okay? He trusted in me to go out and perform every task that, we're supposed to perform as sailors. But he put me in those leadership, activities that made me better. Okay? And of course, our whole divisions are. Okay. So I'm gonna give y'all this good story. We had quarters one morning, and he get up and he do his rant, right? And he says, we had just won Division of the Year for the second year in a row. First thing he come in and say, we are not that good. We're not that good. Y'all need to get to work. Let's get it done the right way. So we argued back and forth for about 30 minutes. This is underway. We're in the middle of Persian Gulf, but turns out after about 30 minutes of back and forth that he went to the ship store and he probably bought about $200. So we just had a divisional party right there in the division. We're not that good. Exactly, right? So it was humbling your division. Don't get too, overzealous about these accolades that come out, because we still have a mission to, perform. Okay, but we always completed the mission. We were always first and foremost ahead to get the job done, and we had the motivated sailors to do that. Carney, one of my greatest ships. Okay, definitely tight crew. And I still talk to most of the people from there today. Okay? That's important. Keep in contact with your people, man, because like I said out here all the time, we all become family. When we get out there, we all we got. Okay? See what else I want to ramble about. Y'all good with that? Everybody, I know I'm taking up your Saturday, but I got you here now. Sorry. You hear it? Okay, I say this. It's been a great 22 years. Met a lot of wonderful people. Impacted a lot of people's lives. Been an extra father to a lot. Okay, friend, whatever, a shoulder to cry on, you name it, we've all done it. Okay, keep doing that. Look to the person to the left and right of you, and if you can't, think about making that person better, well, you should, okay? We can all eat together. We can all become great together. But we can always push each other along to get to those dreams that we strive for, okay? So, I'm gonna say this, okay? It's time for me to go, but thank all y'all. You're absolutely family, okay? Whatever you need from me, I'm always here. Doesn't matter if it's 2 o'clock in the morning or in the daytime, okay? You can call me, I will answer the phone. If I don't answer the phone, I will get back to you, okay? But take care of each other, and thank you for coming out and sharing this moment with me. Thank you.
notes.
Retired Chief and sister to Jameel, Victoria Lewis, will read the retirement creed.
It's on this side. You know you followed me to the name. But all chiefs, past and present, please stand. Jameel, you have on this day experienced that which comes to all of us who serve on active duty in our name. I say our name because your departure from the active duty in no way terminates your relationship. By law and tradition, U.S. Navy retirees are always on roles, ever ready to lend their service when the need arises. The respect that you earned as the chief was based on the same attributes that you will now carry into retirement. You should have no regrets. Do not view your retirement as the end of an era, but rather as orders to a new and challenging assignment, to a form of independent duty. Remember well that you have been and will always be an accepted member of the most exclusive of all fraternities, that of the U.S. Navy Chief Petty Officers. The active duty chiefs salute you. Your retired chiefs welcome you. I wish you the traditional fair winds and following seas, my brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Bosun, post the side boys.
Silence. Vote. Right, vote then. Please.
Petty Officer Ben Houston, read the watch.
For 22 years, this sailor has stood the watch. While some of us were in our bunks at night, this sailor stood the watch. While some of us were at school learning our trade, this sailor stood the watch. And yes, even before some of us were born into this world, this sailor stood the watch. When the storm clouds of war were brewing on the horizons of history, this sailor stood the watch. Many times we look short to see his family standing there, needing his help and guidance, looking for that hand to hold during those tough times. But he still stood the watch. For 22 years, this sailor stood the watch so that we, our families, and our fellow countrymen could sleep safe and sound each and every night, knowing that he stood the watch. We're gathered here today, as it said for the final time, Chief Muhammad, you stand relieved by those you have trained, guided, and led. Chief Muhammad, you stand relieved. We have a watch.
Bosun, stand by to pipe the side. shipmate going ashore. Chief Mohammed will now report to Commander Corley and request permission to go ashore for the last time. Chief Jameel Mohammed, United States Navy, retired, departed. It is customary for the retiree to be accompanied by his family as he goes ashore for the final time.
With all chief officers, please join the side, boys. Give us a second, boy.
United States Navy family, retired, departing. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the retirement ceremony for Chief Mohammed. On behalf of Jameel, his family, and the entire command, I would like to thank you for attending.
Yeah.